of them are engaged, but yet here they are sitting, looking at each other with all this lust. You could feel the lust. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, and today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different here on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review slash prediction slash just my opinion on Love is Blind Season 2 right before the finale premieres on February 25th. At the end of the day, I want everyone to win. I want everyone to be happy and in love, maybe not with each other. If you haven't watched up to episode 9 yet, I'm telling you, stop right now because I'm giving all the spoilers away up until the finale. So stop this video, but go ahead and like it. I'm gonna start with my least favorite couple and like work my way up to my favorite couple, the one I'm like rooting for. Not necessarily based on like I want them to work if they're my favorite, but just like the ones who get on my nerves the least, I guess. So starting out, couple number one, well, I guess, you know, if you want to call them a couple, I don't know, Shaina and Kyle. Okay, to start it off, I think Shaina was in the right to cut it off with Kyle before, you know, it made it to like the wedding or something like that. If she wasn't feeling it, she wasn't feeling it. Now her reasoning though, she says it's religious, which I get it. You should definitely be on the same religious, spiritual level, or, you know, striving to be with your spouse. But how you gonna cut Kyle off for not being religious, but you also say yes in the pods, but you was tripping on Shane, but I don't ever remember hearing y'all talk about religion. Okay, I'm not even going to judge her on what they did talk about in the pods because, hey, do you, girl? But what are you wearing is definitely not sounding like you trying to talk about if he a man of God or not. But okay, cool, whatever, do your thing, girl. To defend her though, on the slick side, I will say Kyle was kind of like pushing it. Like he did try her because he, like in the pods when she said, you know, I just don't think this is gonna work, he was like, you just gotta try, you just gotta try. And once he saw her, he was like, whoa, I got to make this work. So he kept telling her to try. And even at the end, when she gave his ring back, he was like, I just wanted you to try. You didn't even try. And I do feel like he was trying her because she did try. And I don't really think for Shaina, the physical connection like helped her try harder, if you know what I mean. Like, I ain't gonna sit up here and call nobody ugly, but I just don't think she was attracted to him the way he was attracted to her, in the sense that it would have helped her want to try more. So good thing it cut it off, because they were annoying anyway. My next couple that I'll talk about is Nick and Danielle. Okay, in the pods, I was rooting for them. Like, I was like, you know, they were the first ones to get engaged. So I was like, yes, like, okay, yay, Nick, Danielle. But that first fight in Mexico, I was like, I was tempted to make a contemplation of every argument they had. I felt like that in itself could have been a YouTube video, and it could have been just as entertaining. Like, the arguments, I don't even know where they came from. I know Danielle like talks about her insecurities, especially about her weight, and I get how she can have that insecurity, but I feel like in every argument they had, she was like bringing up her insecurities. Like, Nick couldn't even like confront a topic or bring up something that she didn't want to hear without saying her bringing up her insecurity and her flaws. Like, girl, not everything is about you. Like you said, the world does not revolve around you. And I just think that she's not ready to be married. Like, the thing with her friends, it just kind of seemed like that was like really hard for her to let go, or at least like tone down. And Nick just seems like cool, and Danielle is like, she's all over the place, and then she gets defensive and like plays victim. So for Nick's sake, I would say at the altar, Nick is gonna say no, Danielle is gonna say probably yes, I think. So that's my prediction on those two. Mallory and Salvador. I'm gonna just say it. Mallory and Jared deserved each other because they both messy. It's hard to even talk about Mallory and Salvador without first talking about Mallory and Jared, but we gonna get to that I had to comment on that later. I was kind of shocked though in the pods that Mallory picked Salvador over Jared. It seems like the way they edited the show that Mallory was really feeling Jared. I didn't even tell that she had a connection with Salvador like that until he sang her a song. And I just feel like once they got out of the pods, it seems like ever since then he's been like really going over the top to try to like woo her and just make sure that she is, you know, engulfed and swept off her feet, which is a beautiful thing. It's a great thing, but I really feel like he's like not trying too hard, because you should never not try hard enough for your spouse. But I just think, you know, like she's not feeling it like that. They just don't think that she thinks that he's the one like that. It doesn't seem like it's reciprocated. Like he's trying really hard, but it's not reciprocated. That's what I kind of think. They went through this experiment together. They kind of want to see it out to the end. They fell in love in the pods, and she really kind of wasn't feeling him in Mexico, it seemed like. But she was just trying to try because she had already said, you know, told him yes and told Jared no. So it's like, oh, I gotta see where this goes. So that's the kind of vibe that I get from their relationship. Now, I will say Salvador did get some points from me when he confronted Jared on the like after Mexico at the little beach meetup they did. I forgot what he said, but basically along the lines of like, you know, it's all good, you know, because you ain't trying to hit on Natalie. I said Natalie, girl. Mallory, right? And Daryl's like, no, it's not like I said, it's not like I would get that. I forgot what he said. I should have went back and watched it before I recorded this video, but it's not like, he was like, it's not like I said I was going to, if I would have done it, it would have been a gold ring. And I'm like, yes, you did. You did say that. Like, yes, you did. But okay, whatever. But props to Salvador for like squashing that, because I took him as very unconfrontational. Okay, Mallory, I think she'll say no. And Salvador, I think he says yes. That's just mine. I don't know. Mallory, I think she ain't feeling it. I'm going to say she's going to say no. Jared and Iyanna. Okay. I just feel like the way things start is the way things are going to go. Let me back up real quick. Now that we're in the middle of those two couples, let me back up to the conversation that Jared had with Mallory in Mexico. First of all, this is why I say they deserve each other, because both of them are engaged, but yet here they are sitting looking at each other with all this lust. You could feel the lust. So, stop this video, but go ahead and like it. In both of their eyes while they were looking at each other. And it was like so annoying, because I'm like, did y'all not just say yes to other people? And y'all really gonna sit here and have this conversation like y'all are mic'd up and this is not gonna air later? Okay. Jared and Iyanna. I want them to work, but a part of me wants better for Iyanna, because I feel like, coming from what they came into in the pods, I don't know. This is debatable. Did Jared propose to Mallory, or did he just ask if she would say yes? I personally feel like there's a difference. Drop that in the comments, because he didn't propose to her. He never said, Mallory, will you marry me? He just said, if I proposed, would you say yes? So is Iyanna really, like, at the end of the day though, would he propose if Mallory would have said yes? I would say, drop a comment, because I really can't, I don't know. But it does seem like Iyanna was his second pick, and I feel like since that was the start of their relationship, he is going to either have to work overtime to fix that, like make her feel like number one, make her feel important, or it's just not going to work. And if I was Iyanna, I would kind of always feel like he would pick someone over me. If not Mallory, if not, then his friends. And speaking of his friends, so the going out scene, and she was at home and he was out with his friends, I was really not feeling that. I was not feeling that, because first of all, the friends didn't even cheer to him being engaged. They cheered to him being back. What? Like, what do you mean? Like, so we're just going to ignore the fact that I just got engaged? And I saw how girl in the brown dress, I think it was brown, how she was looking at him all flirtatious and whatnot. Like, no, y'all need to know he's off the market. That's what y'all should have been cheersing to. And his friends just seemed like, even at the bachelor party, they seemed very like, this is the rest of your life. It is married. Like, yes, you should ask your friends those questions, but they did not seem like they weren't asking, are you happy? How does she make you feel? It was like he had to defend it. Like, I don't know. They just was not, they didn't want to lose their homeboy. That's what I'm going to think. Do I think they're going to say yes? I do. I think from the little small clip in the preview for the finale, I feel like Iyanna might say no because she is kind of an overthinker in her head type of person, I think. But I don't think she would have said yes to him in the pods if she wasn't going to see it through. Jared, I feel like he's just ready to get married and he feels like he did have a connection with Iyanna. I don't know. He said they were tit for tat, but it sounded like he asked Mallory first and she said no. I don't know, but okay, this is my prediction. Iyanna is going to say yes. And I want to say Jared is going to say yes. I feel like I'm going to say they're both going to say yes, but I want to say Iyanna might say no. I got to leave it at that on that relationship. Next couple, Shake and Deepti. Okay. In the beginning, I was not feeling Shake. Like, he obviously came off a very shallow, very like, the whole point of the experiment just like was like over his head. So I'm already like, okay, this guy, I didn't even think he was going to get engaged. I just find it weird that he knew that she was Indian and was like all up on her when they first met, but then it was like, oh, I feel like I'm with my aunt. I want them to work out, but on the same note, I feel like Deepti, I'm with Shake's mom on this. She deserves better. Like, how many times on air has he said like he's not attracted to her? Like, that's another thing. People, they act like, I know they're probably told to act normal and act natural, but like, this is gonna air on TV. I feel like if my husband was to say on national TV like more than once, but like multiple times, that he's not physically attracted to me, I feel like that would put a stigma in my head of like, okay, do I look good today? Like, okay, does, like, maybe not for her, but obviously he's just not attracted to her. And it's so messed up because he said he has all these other emotions for her. She's perfect. She's his best friend. She's this, she's that. But that physical attraction just never happened. That's weird to me. At the end of the day, I think that Deepti is, I don't know if they'll do like a double no. I feel like for drama, one person has to say yes and one person has to say no. But honestly, I think that Shake is probably going to say no because he's shallow. And Deepti, if she realizes her worth before the deal is closed, she'll say no too. I'm kind of hoping she says no because seeing that, getting married or, being engaged and then seeing this air would probably hurt my feelings if I was her because she's a very beautiful girl. So he's really tripping. Okay, y'all. My favorite couple, yes, I don't care what nobody says, they are my favorite, Shane and Natalie. Now, I'm going to be real though. Shane got on my nerves in the pod. Really, like, had me messed up, or he had Natalie messed up when he called her Shaina and then was like, what you wearing? And then she was like, it's Natalie. And he was like, he just like flipped it on her. Like, it's a dating experience. And I'm like, how can you say that? Like, at least apologize for getting her name wrong. Like, yes, you are dating other people, but you could at least be like, oh, I'm sorry, it's not you. Like, it's something. Like, he just flipped it on her and I did not like that at all. And then he was like, can you be my girlfriend? And I'm like, didn't y'all come here to get married? Like, everybody else proposing, and I don't know, that was just a little weird too. But eventually apparently something happened because then they got better in Mexico. But at dinner, it seemed like they were just like trying to get used to each other. Like, Natalie's very low energy. Shane is very high energy. And they have that, obviously, like, yes, they're my favorite couple. They don't have that Hamilton vibe energy going on, but they do have that opposites attract, yin yang, yin to my yang type of thing. And I think that's very cute. I think Shane is very, high energy, and he encourages Natalie to be, a little bit more fun and easygoing. And Natalie is more, straight, and encourages him to kind of like get it together and not be a man child. So I think that they do balance each other. Let me tell y'all where Shane gained that rhyme. I cannot say that right. Let me tell y'all why Shane gained some points with me. Okay, first of all, how he handled Shaina. They went to go sit down and talk. I just knew Shane was gonna be like, oh yeah, you look good, like, like just kind of talking her up, because in my head, in the pods, Shane in real life, if they were to meet, Shane would go for someone who looks like Shaina, and Shaina would go for someone who looks like Shane. They look like they would go for each other in a lustful way. When he sat down and was like, yeah, so what's up with you trying to hook Natalie up with your friend? I was like, okay, take up for your girl then, because yeah, I thought he was gonna be on some weird stuff, but no, he really put that girl in her place, and she really tried to flip it on Natalie. In that whole conversation, in that 5-minute conversation that we saw, she went from playing the good guy to the victim to calling it a fake ass relationship to trying to get with him, and I'm like, all in one breath. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I really appreciated how he stood up for their relationship. And then also he got points the way he dealt with Natalie's parents. I feel like he was really understanding and respectful and just very kind. Really, really love that Natalie brought Shane's mother to the dress fitting. That was so cute. So I am rooting for them. Despite the little clip that they had and the what is it called, like the preview or whatever for the next episodes, when Natalie said they got into an argument and Shane said some hurtful things, I really do think that they're going to both say yes to each other. I really think that was like the producer had to like throw in some drama because we gotta make it exciting, but they were vibing so well. I really don't see why now one argument would change everything, but I'm rooting for them. I think Natalie's gonna say yes. I think Shane's gonna say yes. And I think that they're going to be the only couple that actually makes it out of this. Now, if they don't say yes, I don't have no hope for nobody else. So that's it. Anyway, y'all, thanks so much for watching my review and chit-chatting with me and just my opinion about what's up with this season 2. I'll definitely come back and make a comment and be like, oh yeah, I was right. Y'all check my video out because I was right. I was on the money. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead and leave a comment of who you think is going to make it or not make it, or whatever you want to talk about the show. The comments are open. So comment, like, and share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video.